Hello, welcome to My Healthy Appetite. I'm Chef Leon Rotherer and this is dietitian Bridget Wilson. We are going to be showing you how to cook for a range of health conditions, gluten intolerances, dairy allergies, but with a special focus on low FODMAP cooking.
The low FODMAP diet is a diet that is commonly used for managing the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. In each episode we're going to discuss one of the common nutritional downfalls of following the low FODMAP diet and how to address this. Today we're going to talk about taste, because one of the biggest shocks that people encounter when they're told to follow a low FODMAP diet is that they can't cook with onion and garlic anymore. So they say, how can I get flavour into my food? And actually research conducted at King's College London has told us that a significant proportion of patients following a low FODMAP diet said that their food was less palatable than when they were following their habitual diet.
I'm going to show you how to pack some different flavours into food that you might not be familiar with. And what I really like to use is miso paste, which is packed with those umami flavours that you will have heard about nowadays. That savoury-like flavour within Marmite, soy sauce. So we're going to do a take on mushrooms on toast, and I'm using oyster mushrooms, which are the only
type of mushroom that's classed as a low FODMAP, so the oyster mushrooms.
Great.
Yeah.
So we can't use garlic, so we're using some garlic infused olive oil here. We're going to start this quite hot, and it will take a little bit of time. The moisture will start to come out of the oyster mushrooms, and then we're going to keep on cooking them until they start to crisp up, which is when you get, from oyster mushrooms especially, you get a lovely, crispy, meaty sort of texture actually. So
kind of garlic and mushrooms on toast, but we're going to add...
Well, we're going to add some Asian flavours to that with the miso. I'm going to use tamari today just to give another option for those who don't want to eat gluten, or obviously it's wheat-free, making it low FODMAP, but it's also for gluten-free people. I'm going to use some sesame oil, a little bit of that, and some sesame seeds, really simple. So also we're going to use some gluten-free toast. Yeah. If you want to bang that in a toaster, I'll get this started. Okay,
so going to do some white, high-fibre, gluten-free toast.
Yeah. The higher the temperature is in the pan when you start, the less chance of you have all the water coming out, so it'll start to attack the outside and caramelise the mushrooms rather than just sweating and ending up with a pool of liquid around your mushrooms. Oh, if you just have a look in this pan now, it's really starting to crisp up. There's a lovely garlicky flavour in there. So have you got the toast there ready to roll?
Yeah, I do.
Drop that on the plate, and I'm going to quickly finish this off. So we go with little miso. You need a tiny bit. This is fermented bean paste, so really just a small amount. I'm going to put half of that. And for the creaminess, obviously normally mushrooms on toast would be like a traditional French thing with like meat gravy and cream, or you know.
Okay, so yeah, normally you'd add quite like a high fat cream to this, but with this we're using a plant-based alternative. That's right. And so you're not really adding calories. It's a plant. It keeps the meal vegan as well, doesn't it?
A little bit of sesame.
A little bit of sesame.
And I'm using tamari just to keep it gluten-free. Yeah,
so normally soy sauce is fine on a low FODMAP diet, but just to make this completely gluten-free, we're using tamari because it's a certified gluten-free. So that would actually make this meal appropriate for someone who had celiac disease as well, because we're using all certified gluten-free things.
Look at that.
Ah, that looks so good, and it smells amazing.
I'm just going to put a little bit of fresh coriander. I mean, I am such a big fan of mushrooms. This is exciting for me, this. So there we go, that's my flavour-packed mushrooms on toast, miso mushrooms.
This is great because it gives you a portion of your vegetables in a day. It's using a low FODMAP mushroom. It's packing punch with that umami flavour, and it's also a high-fibre dish using the high-fibre bread plus your vegetables.
See you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.